Hi and welcome to my channel. I haven't done a video for quite a while and there's a few reasons for that. I have been really busy time-wise, but there's a lot more to it. I think grief is so complicated and it's kind of expected that we'll have got through much of the grieving process within the first year, and it's been 4 years, well 4.5 nearly, and it's still not easy, far from easy, and it's just so complex. Yeah, there might be a few special guests in the video because, well, this is Luna and she's obviously decided she wants to be in it. She's also on heat, so you might hear a few noises coming from her, calling for the boys to come. One of the things that's prompted me to make this video is, I mean, it's fantastic, absolutely amazing, and I just feel so privileged to win a Pride of Reading award. I don't know if you can see that, but it even has my name on it, and that's the Inspiration Award. And it's a real, look. Do you like that, Luna? But it is a real privilege, and I'm really grateful to those who nominated me and those who chose me to be the winner. It's really incredible, and it's just so strange at the same time and so difficult to kind of feel the joy that I should be feeling. But it is even more complicated than that, and I just thought I would talk a little bit about it because it is only like 11:30 in the morning, and I woke up this morning and I felt inspired. I felt like, do you know what? Get up, go and do a couple of jobs in the house, go for a swim. You've got this. You need to start looking after yourself better. I guess I felt a bit more self-worth than I have been, which is thanks to things like the award, to do with friends that are supporting, to do with conversations I've had, to do with things I've witnessed. Like, the inspiration and the help comes from many places, but also at the same time, there are the feelings that are within, that come from suicide loss, that come from losing your daughter. Those feelings are still there, and those are the dominant feelings. The other feelings, they come, and I might feel a sense of joy or pride or accomplishment or love, or, you know, like there's all these other feelings and thoughts that come in throughout the day, but the dominant ones are there of loss, of aloneness, isolation, devastation, of being a failure. Just honestly, it's just overwhelming. And so for instance, this morning I felt really positive when I first woke. I was like, wow, do you know what? Actually, Sinead, you've done quite a lot. You've done quite a lot. And Diva would be proud of you, and she's probably looking on and she's probably here with you. I'm like, yeah, do you know what? Today, I'm going to look after myself. I'm going to go for a swim. I'm going to get some jobs done. I'm going to do a few things for preparing for the future, which the future is a very difficult thing to prepare for. But I thought, no, I'm going to do this. There's actually 2 swimming pools near me, and I tried both, and I can't go to either. So that's not worked out for me. I put some posts up on my story, Instagram, talking about a few things I'm passionate about, Clare's Law in particular, and it brought back memories to when I met Clare's dad and brother, Clare Wood, and we went to Parliament together. And but I just remember looking at him, think I couldn't comprehend how it would feel to lose your child. Like, how can you comprehend that? Like, that's just too big. And if you want to see the story of Clare's Law and Clare Wood and her father, Michael, of how he campaigned to make things safer for not just women but men. Women and men can use Clare's Law to find out whether their partner is abusive, or maybe you have a loved one who you're concerned about. You can put in an application to the police to find, well, I say to find out, but actually if the application will go through to the police won't disclose to you, but they will disclose, if there's risk, they will disclose to the person at risk that they are at risk of domestic abuse. It's just so important. There are so many people walking around us who are a risk to us and our children and our friends, and quite often we don't know until it's too late. So things like this are just so important. And I've just had the news as well that I had an email confirming that the police in Reading are going to have further training on Clare's Law and domestic abuse, because I've realised they need to improve. They do need to improve. This is Suki, obviously. She was definitely Diva's cat, and she is very much a diva. But yeah, so it's just really overwhelming because those predominant feelings are still there no matter what I do, no matter who comes and says to me, oh, Sinead, blah, blah, blah. My daughter died of suicide, and I don't know, is there a bigger failure that you can feel? I don't know. I just don't know, because this is ridiculous. Both cats on my knee. But yeah, those predominant feelings are still there because I lost my daughter to suicide. Since losing my daughter to suicide, I've lost many friends. Some of them may still be my friends, but you just don't see them so much. I'm not as social as I used to be. My social battery is not what it was. Literally, life just got turned upside down, and it's really hard as a grieving parent to pick yourself back up and to rebuild your life. I don't know how long it was going to take to rebuild my life. Will I ever be able to rebuild my life? I just have no idea. But yeah, winning an award, Pride of Reading, I am just really grateful. But honestly, the difference between when I saw the video of a couple of special people who are inspirational themselves and hearing them talk, it's like they're talking about a different person. It doesn't match with what I feel within. You can watch. I'll put the video on here. It's very cringy. I don't like to hear it or see it. So yeah, this is the video.
Of love and guidance for many in a time of need.
So I think Sinead's been nominated for the Inspiration category because of all the phenomenal work she does. She's a foster mum, she lost her daughter and turned it into an opportunity to help other people with the Every Little Thing Festival.
She has changed lives. Her work as a foster mum is an incredible service to our community. Whatever their background, whatever their circumstances, she gives them support.
We're doing this walk because it's World Suicide Prevention Day, and also it should be Diva's 31st birthday.
Sinead is an inspiration. She decided to start campaigning for better support for survivors of rape and sexual abuse. She led the charge, and we now have Trust House here in Reading as a result of Sinead's work.
And they've actually said that what she's done has changed and improved their policy on looking after patients who are at high risk, but also looking after carers, people who are left behind. And that's amazing for a single person after that pain to have done something like that. It's incredible.
And most recently, when she suffered a tragedy with the death of her wonderful daughter, she has used that tragedy to help others and to campaign.
The Every Little Thing Festival just blew my mind last year. There were so many workshops and it was so heartfelt and so helpful for other people.
What I love about Sinead is her ability to forgive, her tenacity and her focus when she's pursuing a goal, the way in which she mobilises her networks and she gets the job done.
Also, it was really difficult because the Pride of Reading award ceremony, it's just amazing. It is really incredible. and brilliant performances. East Clark, Sammy and Cameron, brilliant. Food was incredible. The people there are all inspirational, and it's just amazing being in the presence of so many inspirational people. And it's just really a beautiful day. But at the same time, if Diva was here, she'd have been sitting there at the table with me. If she couldn't have been sitting at the table, she'd have been like, Mum, send pictures, you know, checking, Mum, have you won the award? Have you, you know, just wanting to celebrate after, or, you know, and knowing she'd be proud of me, she was proud of me, is just massive. So the fact she's not there, the fact I'm not going to get the texts and the phone calls, it kind of stops it being a celebration as well, because you just feel like that loss is just so massive. You know, at the end of the awards, all the winners were asked to come to the stage, and we're standing there waving, everyone's waving flags and celebrating and smiling, and I just felt so lost. I just felt lost because I know people around me are feeling so much joy at receiving the awards, and I can have flickers of joy, but the overwhelming sense of loss is predominant. And you know, one of the reasons I'm getting this award is because I lost my daughter and what I've done after. So hard. I came away feeling like I didn't talk to people who I should have talked to. I didn't say things to people that I would have liked to say. Yeah, and you feel like, do I even deserve the award? Like, you feel like the overwhelming feeling of being a failure is there. My daughter died by suicide. Like, I should have done things differently. I should have done things better. I must have done something wrong. It must be my fault, surely, because you're the mother. You're the one who's supposed to keep your child safe. She was 26. I didn't think I needed to keep her safe anymore. I thought she was just this incredible human in her own right. She needed her mum, but she didn't need me in the same way. I felt like she was the better version of me. There's no way I thought she wouldn't be able to get through the challenges that life brings. So the fact she's not here, the fact she felt death was a better choice than living. How can you feel like a good mother when your child hasn't made that decision? And it's very difficult to recognise that, well, when people are congratulating you, you're like, but I didn't do the one thing that would be most important to me. The one thing that matters was my daughter being here, my daughter being alive. You know, a lot of things don't make sense now. And then there's a lot of things that do make sense. Kind of when your child dies by suicide, and then you have to look into their life and you question everything. Yeah, sorry, this video is a bit of a ramble. I don't know if it's making sense to you, but I just thought I'd explain, like, you know, as a grieving parent, and there's many of us, there's loads of us. I know so many grieving parents who are out there doing incredible work. Incredible. And not just parents. I mean, Caroline Reedhouse, her daughter made me these beautiful bracelets. One is got Every Little Thing Festival on it, and the other one is Daddy Blackbird, which is the name of the book that Caroline launched on Mental Health Day, World Mental Health Day. So, you know, Claire Wood, her dad, Keisha McLeod, my friend from uni. There's just so many of us doing this work, and people view us as strong people, as inspirational, but there's so much more going on. There's so much more behind the scenes. There's the days you can't get out of bed. I mean, I joke about it sometimes, about the fact that, like, how I struggle to get out of bed in the morning, and then, like, literally, I've got an alarm on my phone that goes off at 9 o'clock at night. That is when I'm allowed to go to bed, because otherwise, it's like, because the moment I'm not needed, that's where I'm going, because yeah, your motivation when, you know, grief is the overwhelming thing in my life more than anything else is, you know, the loss of my daughter. So yeah, we function, we do what we can, we care for others, we try and make changes so other people don't lose their loved ones, but those emotions are still there. Those difficulties that you experience when you're grieving are still there. So I would just say, like, if you know someone like me, if you know someone who's been grieving, and it's been a few years, or it's been a lot of years, just know the likelihood is that loss is still there, that grief is still there. Like, my daughter hasn't come back, so I'm still experiencing that loss. I'm still grieving. That pain is still there. You just find ways to cope. So yeah, but yeah, I've just thought to share, like, I knew, you know, because I nearly went back to bed, and then I thought, you know what? No, get up. You haven't done a YouTube video for ages. Just get up. You haven't planned it. Just get up and talk, because people don't talk about how difficult it is 4.5 years on. Like, people were telling me, like, the first year's the hardest, but literally, I don't think I'm finding it easier. It's just different. It's just different. I've just got different tools and mechanisms to support me during the day, but it's not easier. There are other things in my life, but really, a lot of them are based around Diva and based around the loss. But yeah, but I hope this video helps somebody, whether you're grieving yourself and have the same difficulties of how you view yourself and how others view you, and the difference between the two, because the difference between the two can be massive, and it probably doesn't make sense to some people. Does it make sense to you? Maybe you're supporting someone who's grieving and you look at them and you think they don't need your support, they're just amazing, inspirational, strong, you know? Maybe you're looking at them and seeing what other people see in me, and not realising that actually how that person's feeling may be very different to what you see. Yeah, let me know, please comment. Do you feel like, does what I'm feeling resonate with you? Are you supporting someone? Do you recognise this in them? Yeah, please just don't say I'm alone in this. I already feel quite alone so many times. I know I'm not alone, and I know I've got support. But like I said, the difference between what I know to be true and what people tell me to be true is quite often different to what I feel myself. And so there are constant reminders, like, I feel so needy, but actually the reminders that I'm worthy, the reminders that it's worth me getting up in the morning, and I am valued and still have a place in the world. Those things are so important. So please, like, today, go and visit someone who's grieving, a loved one who's grieving, or phone them, or just do something to help them feel their self-worth, to acknowledge their loss, to acknowledge how they're feeling. Ask them how they're feeling, and then ask them how they're really feeling, because quite often we don't really even say how we're actually feeling. So yeah, thank you for listening. I think I've rambled a little bit. I hope I've made a little bit of sense, but it's me and it's how I feel. But yeah, thank you for taking this time out of your day. Have a good day.